It's a day like any other. The sun filters through the blinds, casting long shadows across your kitchen floor, making coffee, thinking about work, enjoying a quiet moment. Your hand slips into your pocket, or perhaps you open your wallet, looking for a bit of cash, or a credit card. And that's when you see it. You pull it out, brow furrows, a piece of paper that doesn't belong, a crinkled grocery receipt. It feels different, it feels cold, a small rectangle that will unravel everything. The store logo at the top is familiar. You can't recall the last time you were there. Was it yesterday, last week? You try to retrace your steps, nothing. It's a blank space. It's just a receipt, you tell yourself. But a deep, unsettling feeling creeps in. You smooth it out on the counter, the faint smell of ink and paper reaching you. The details start to come into focus. The store name, the address, across town. Your eyes land on the date. Today's date, May 2024. A chill runs down your spine. You know, with absolute certainty, you haven't been to that store today. You haven't even left the house yet. How could this be possible? How could a receipt from a trip you never took be sitting right here in front of you? Confusion curdles into something else. Fear, familiar surroundings feel strange, unsafe. The mundane objects on your counter seem to mock you. This paper plants the seed of doubt. If you didn't get it, who did? How did it find its way into your wallet, into the most personal and guarded space of your daily life? Your gaze drifts down the receipt to the list of items purchased, but what you see makes the blood in your veins run cold. The list is short, brutally efficient, and utterly terrifying. Duct tape, bleach, rubber gloves, rope. This isn't a shopping list, it's a killer's toolkit. It's in your hand. The items paint a horrifying picture. Someone is preparing for something terrible. Suddenly you are connected to this dark assembly of items. The combination is too specific, too chillingly familiar. You are holding a premonition of violence, and you are somehow inexplicably at the very beginning of it. The receipt in your hand shows a terrifying list of items. The timestamp is not from this morning, it's for 1 hour from now, a time in the future. It is a prediction of a violent, unspeakable act. Panic sets in. Is it a warning? A message for you? You have been given information you should not have. A glimpse into the future. The weight of it crushes you. You are trapped with a secret you cannot explain. You sit alone, watching the clock. Less than an hour until the transaction. The clock is ticking. The silence is heavy, thick with unspoken dread. You're frozen, a prisoner of an impossible receipt. The receipt, the clock ticks, each tick a hammer blow, a message from a future just minutes away. Fear solidifies in your stomach, a personal violation. Someone breached your life, planting terror in your wallet. How? Why? Too dark to be a prank. The weight is crushing. A secret you can't share. You are utterly alone. Duct tape, bleach, gloves, rope, tangible objects with a sinister purpose. The responsibility is overwhelming. The receipt has contaminated reality. Your home, a stage for horror. Time is running out. You've been chosen. What is your role? A desperate need for a logical explanation takes hold. You start to bargain with reality, trying to find a loophole. Maybe your memory is faulty. You try to reconstruct the last 24 hours, searching for any gap, any unaccounted for time where this purchase could have happened. It does not include a trip to that grocery store. Your search for answers becomes more frantic. You check your bank account, looking for a transaction that matches the total on the receipt. But there's nothing. No matching charge, no anchor to the real world. This only deepens the mystery. This sliver of hope feels like a lifeline, and you cling to it. But the relief is short-lived. The puzzle pieces refuse to fit. Every attempt to rationalize the situation leads to a dead end. It's like a scene from a science fiction movie, a glitch in the Matrix. The store's name and address, Grocer's Fair, is located across town, in an area you have no reason to visit. Why would someone travel so far to buy these specific items? The location feels deliberate, unsettling. It adds a layer of premeditation. You have to go there, to see the place for yourself. You need to act, to reclaim control. Talk to the manager? It's a reckless idea, but doing nothing feels worse. Leaving the house feels monumental. You are walking towards your fear. Are you being watched? Driving across town, you rehearse what to say. The drive feels like an eternity. The transaction time is getting closer. You are in a race against time. As you pull into the parking lot of the Grocer's Fair, a new wave of fear washes over you. This is it. It looks so painfully ordinary. You park your car at the far end of the lot, giving you a clear view of the entrance. You are now a spectator. Every person who walks towards those doors is a potential suspect. 15 minutes. You scan the faces of the shoppers. Evil can wear any face. It could be anyone. This makes the entire parking lot feel like a lineup of potential monsters. The feeling of being watched intensifies. The minutes tick by. 10 minutes left. You are fixated on the entrance. You are an observer of a future crime. The clock is about to strike the hour. Something is about to happen. The drive home feels different. The safety you once felt is gone, replaced by anxiety. The man from the security footage is burned into your mind. He holds the key to this nightmare. You've become an investigator, piecing together a crime that hasn't happened yet. Your only evidence, a receipt, and a grainy image. The tools for a terrible act are out there. You were there, but powerless to stop it. The store, the items, the man, the receipt. A constellation of clues that point to a calculated plan. This was not random. The receipt was planted, a message for you. The face on your phone screen becomes the focal point of your existence. You stare at it for hours, squinting at the pixels. You take a screenshot and begin a desperate 21st century investigation. You run the image through reverse image search engines, hoping for a match on social media, hoping for a match on a company website, hoping for a match in a news article. The search algorithms churn. You feel a fragile hope. The results are a dead end. No match is found in thought. A digital void. The man in the footage has no online presence you can find. Privacy settings, locked profiles, deleted accounts. This anonymity is a clue. He knows how to move without leaving a trace in the physical world and online. The thought makes him seem more dangerous, more professional. He is not a clumsy amateur. The lack of information amplifies your fear. You are fighting an enemy without a name or history. You consider posting the image online, creating a social plea. Fingers hover over the post button. You hesitate. The risk? Posting could provoke him or draw his attention to you. You stop, delete or close the draft. He holds all the cards. The imbalance is terrifying. You scan your life for suspects, an old colleague with a grudge, a disgruntled neighbor, a past relationship that ended badly. You write a list of names, reopening old wounds. None of them match the face. The threat isn't from your past. It's coming from somewhere else entirely. With the digital investigation stalled, your focus returns to the receipt. Examining it closely, you notice the purchase was made with a loyalty card. The card number is printed there, a potential lead to identify your ghost, but how to use it? You need to find a way into their system. You search for vulnerabilities, hoping to find a flaw you can exploit. Some systems have login portals using just the card number. You start guessing zip codes and phone numbers, hoping for a match. But every attempt fails. He used burner information, a fake address, or disposable number. He's always one step ahead. You are locked out, alone in the dark. Days blur together, dread settling in. You live a double life, normal on the outside, sleepless detective within. The receipt demands image haunt you. Desperate, you search online. Duct tape, rope, local news, missing person. At first, nothing. Then, a buried article. A woman's car, abandoned near the grocer's fair. She's missing. The timing is too close. You stare at her photo, a stranger. Yet you feel connected. The receipt wasn't a warning. It was the beginning of her story. Now the fear has a name, Sarah. You obsess over her life, searching for any link. Hours pass. Nothing connects you until a coffee shop's Facebook post. Both of you commented. Same day, same place. The man from the footage must have been there too. This was planned. You weren't chosen by accident. He wanted a witness, someone to see his work. The receipt was his signature. You realize you're part of his design. The violation is total. He's been watching you. Your home feels like a cage. You retrace months, seeing sinister patterns everywhere. Paranoia sharpens. Every odd encounter, every silent call. He's patient, skilled, a predator who wants you afraid. You're not a bystander, you're a participant. The police would never believe this. Alone, you wait for his next move. Paranoia is your new roommate. Paranoia is your new roommate. Paranoia is your new roommate. Ritual security checks offer no comfort. Ritual security checks offer no comfort. His victory is psychological. Your home is a prison. His victory is psychological. Your home is a prison. Every stranger, every event could be him. Friends notice your change, but you can't explain. Friends notice your change, but you can't explain. You trust no one. Suspicion poisons everything. You trust no one. Suspicion poisons everything. The waiting is torture. The waiting is torture. The terror turns digital. Your TV flickers on at night. Your laptop camera blinks. Anonymous texts arrive. He's inside your devices, watching, taunting. You fight back. Reset passwords, run scans, but the glitches persist. A haunting song plays on repeat. A message just for you. Then an email. Subject line. Soon. No body. Just silence. The meaning is clear. The game is ending. He's coming, and it will be soon. The email with the word soon shatters your composure. Dread erupts into panic. This is no longer a game. It is a direct threat. He is preparing to step out from behind the curtain. The receipt was never just a prediction of a crime. It was a prophecy about the end of your own story. You decide you can no longer remain silent. You have to create a record, leave a trail. You turn on your laptop, hands shaking. You open a blank document and begin to write, pouring out every detail. As you write, you realize how insane the entire sequence of events is. You save the document, encrypt it, and email it with a subject line. If you don't hear from me, open this. You have done all you can do. The relief is fleeting, replaced by resignation. You sit in the dark, waiting. The game is over, and your time has run out. The word soon breaks your paralysis. Resignation evaporates, replaced by survival instinct. You won't wait for the monster. You grab your phone, thumb over the emergency number. You make the call. The dispatcher's voice is calm. You explain the receipt, Sarah, the stalker, the email. The dispatcher doesn't dismiss you and tells you help is on the way. It's a validation. Someone is coming. But what if they're too late? He anticipated this. Is it the police or him? The sirens could be salvation or the final starting gun. The dispatcher's voice is a lifeline. She asks questions. Are your doors locked? Eyes dart to the front door. A dark hallway. Ordinary objects become weapons. A loud thud from the back of the house. What was that sound? The dispatcher asks. The silence of a predator moving stealthily inside. It wasn't just for Sarah, it was for you too. Distant wail of sirens growing louder, floorboards creaking in the hallway. He's inside. He is in your home. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Footsteps stop, just outside the living room door. Sirens screaming, much closer. The living room doorknob begins to turn, face to face with the ghost who has been haunting your life. The door swings open, but it's not the man from the security footage. The police. Officer in the doorway, hand near his holster. Holstered weapon, close up. Flashlight beam cuts through the darkness, landing on your face. Another officer sweeps in, tactical, precise. Blinded, disoriented. Then the sudden shift. Rescue. The cavalry has arrived. They are real. They are here. An explosive sob, half gasp, half wail. Weeks of held breath released. The officers are calm, scanning every corner. We heard a noise at the back of the house. We're going to clear the building. Stay right here. They move through your home with practiced efficiency. Checking each room, checking each closet, checking each dark corner. You remain frozen in the living room, listening to muffled shouts of clear. The search takes only minutes, but it feels like an eternity. Finally, they return, expressions grim. The back window in the kitchen has been shattered, the first officer reports. And we found this on the lawn. He holds up an evidence bag. Inside the bag, a coil of rope. Inside the bag, a roll of duct tape. He was here. He was just outside, ready to make his move. The sound of sirens must have scared him off. You were seconds away from a fate you can't bear to imagine. The proof is right there in that plastic bag. The investigation is no longer yours alone. It is official, in the hands of the authorities. You give your statement, shakily, recounting everything. Skepticism on their faces melts away, replaced by grim understanding. The receipt, the footage, the email, the items found at the scene. The outcome is still unclear. The ghost is still out there, his identity unknown. Sarah is still missing. but you're alive. The countdown has ended. The immediate threat has passed, but the chilling mystery remains. You wonder what happens now, and if you'll ever truly feel safe again. The aftermath is a whirlwind. Your home is now a command center. Detectives come and go. Forensics teams dust for prints. You recount your story so many times the words lose their meaning. The silence that returns is heavier than before. The ghost remains. The terror has left a stain, an echo in the silence. Sarah's body has been found. The crime was completed. You were the unwilling witness, and you will carry that weight forever. You feel like a casualty. He has inflicted a wound deep within your soul. The world feels like a place where monsters can look like anyone. Weeks turn into months, and the case grows cold. The man from the security footage remains a ghost with no name or official identity. The digital breadcrumbs he left originated from encrypted, untraceable sources. He was a professional, a phantom who knew how to move through world without leaving a trace. He orchestrated a horrific crime and then simply vanished, leaving nothing behind but shattered lives and unanswered questions. You find yourself scanning crowds, your eyes searching for his face. Is he watching you right now, enjoying the lasting effects of his game? You are forever looking over your shoulder, a prisoner of a threat that is both gone and ever present. You wonder about the receipt. This unwritten conclusion leaves you in a state of perpetual limbo. Without an explanation, you are left to fill in the blanks with your own fears. The most terrifying theory is that he wanted you to live, a storyteller for his myth. He left you alive so that you would always be afraid, ensuring his reign of terror continues long after he has disappeared. Years may pass, but the story never truly ends. It becomes part of you, a dark chapter you can't tear out. The receipt, a copy you keep locked away, remains a potent symbol of the day your reality was shattered. It reminds you how thin the line is between the rational world and inexplicable nightmare. It raises the central, unanswerable question. How was this possible? An intricate, high-tech prank, a glimpse into another dimension, a paranormal event beyond explanation? You will likely never know that that uncertainty is a ghost. You learn to live with the fear. It becomes your daily landscape, like distant mountains on the horizon. Some days are better. There are moments when the sun shines brighter and shadows feel smaller. You almost believe it was a vivid, terrible dream, but then something triggers the memory, a news report about a missing person, the sight of duct tape in a hardware store, a glitch on your computer screen. And you're pulled back into cold, dark waters. The trauma doesn't fade. It's a chronic condition you carry. The story's chilling legacy. You've been given a terrible kind of sight. You see the world differently. You see the fragility of safety, the illusion of security and darkness that can hide behind the most ordinary of faces. You also see the importance of listening, of believing. When you told your story, you were eventually believed. And that belief saved you. The horror gave you deep empathy for others whose stories seem unbelievable. Sometimes the most unbelievable tales are the truest. So you're left to write the final page yourself. Not the mystery's conclusion that may never come, but your own ending. Do you let fear define you, retreat into a prison he built? Or do you choose life, step into sunlight, carry the scars, refuse to let the ghost win. The receipt predicted the crime. It didn't predict what came after. The rest of the page is unwritten. What you write on it is yours alone.